15 years ago, Burnout Paradise landed for the first time in Europe, setting a new benchmark and laying the foundation for a new generation of open world racing. Despite its age, Criterion's classic still puts modern open world races to shame, thanks to its masterful map design, seamless online multiplayer, and totally chaotic racing. To celebrate its 15th anniversary, I'm Mark from RacingGames, and today we're taking a trip back to Paradise City and looking back at the legacy of Burnout's first and only open world game. By the mid-2000s, Burnout had become one of the most beloved arcade racing series of the generation, with Burnout 3 Takedown and Burnout Revenge achieving commercial success and universal acclaim. For the next game, however, Criterion Games took the series in a surprisingly new direction. Replacing the fixed tracks of the first three Burnout games was a vast open world set in the fictional Paradise City. EA was initially reluctant for Burnout to go open world, but the gamble most definitely paid off. Within 3 months, Burnout Paradise sold over 1 million copies, and many fans regard it as the pinnacle of the franchise. Open world races are nothing new anymore, but whereas modern open world races focus on scale, Burnout Paradise put fun at the forefront. Paradise City seems small compared to modern open world games, but it's more enjoyable to explore. Maps like Forza Horizon 5's Mexico and The Crew 2's recreation of the US are huge, but they're empty and forgettable. Now compare this with Paradise City, where there are memorable landmarks everywhere and something new to do on every street corner. Every traffic light junction starts a new event, ranging from standard races to the return of road rage. New events utilising the open world were also introduced. Stunt runs, for example, saw you perform and chain together drifts, boosts and near misses to get the highest score. Billed as the ultimate driving playground, exploring Paradise City was a joy. Everywhere you drove, there were secret locations to discover, billboards to break, and jumps to find. Burnout Paradise was designed to be as immediate as possible. Unlike most open world races at the time, like Rockstar's Midnight Club, there are no immersion-breaking menus and also no checkpoints to guide you, meaning it's up to you to find the fastest route to the finish line. Despite its excellent single-player experience, Burnout Paradise was arguably at its best when playing online. Setting up online races was a chore in most racing games at the time. You would often spend more time waiting in lobbies for the host to start an event than actually racing. In Burnout Paradise, the world was the lobby, always keeping you in the action. Tapping the D-pad popped up an integrated menu known as Easy Drive. At the press of a button, this meant you could instantly jump into an online match, seamlessly connect with other players populating the world, and meet up with friends. Burnout Paradise was ahead of its time, as Forza wouldn't pull off this feat until Forza Horizon 2 in 2014, a full 6 years later. Up to 8 players could race online, cruise the streets, or just have fun crashing into each other and laughing at shocked reactions in mugshots captured from your rival's USB camera. Online events weren't just competitive either, as there were also over 300 cooperative challenges known as Freeburn. Burnout Paradise epitomised the online racing experience in a way that no other game has since matched, and considering how long Paradise City has played host to these races, that's really sad. No Burnout game is complete without metal crunching crashes. Before Wreckfest and BeamNG Drive set new standards for vehicular carnage, the damage model in Burnout Paradise was the most detailed ever seen in a racing game. Bodywork bends out of shape on impact, windscreens shatter, and wheels fly off in all directions. Every crash was an epic event, with dramatic camera angles letting you enjoy the destruction in glorious slow motion. Amplifying the destruction was a new mode called Showtime, the replacement for Burnout's staple crash mode. Taking advantage of the open world, Showtime could be triggered at any time. This caused your car to flip into the air and tumble down the road as you tried to wreck as many traffic cars in your path for as long as possible. While Showtime was even more chaotic than the traditional crash mode, it lacked the challenge of the old-timed events. While season passes and microtransactions plague the games industry today, Criterion supported Burnout Paradise with a year's worth of free DLC. If only every developer was as generous as that. Updates added motorbikes to the series for the first time, along with a local multiplayer party mode and multiple car packs. These let you tear around Paradise City in everything from tiny toy cars and cop cars to vehicles replicating famous Hollywood rides including the General Lee, Kit, and a hovering DeLorean. But the best update was saved for last. Released as premium DLC, the Big Surf Island pack expanded the original map with a new island filled with ramps providing new stunt opportunities, along with 9 new vehicles, additional online challenges, and a whole new area to cause destruction in. Ten years after the release of Burnout Paradise came Burnout Paradise Remastered, an enhanced version of the original for PS4, Xbox One and PC with uprated 4K visuals and 60 FPS frame rate. Thanks to backwards compatibility on modern consoles, this is the best way to play Burnout Paradise, although admittedly the remastered version was still perhaps released a little prematurely. The original soundtrack is also included, so you can still race through traffic to the classic Paradise tunes. We also can't help but associate Guns N' Roses' anthem Paradise City with the game after it became the Burnout Paradise theme song. Aside from the remaster and the forgotten 2011 Burnout Crash spin-off, the Burnout series has since remained dormant. Paradise ended the series on a huge high, but fans are begging EA for a new Burnout game. Thankfully, the spirit of Burnout lives on in Three Fields Entertainment, an indie studio founded by Burnout's co-creators Alex Ward and Fiona Sperry. Three Fields' next project is shaping up to be the Burnout Paradise successor we've been waiting for. Enter Recreation, a promising new open-world racer with a focus on customization. Like Burnout Paradise, Recreation lets players race, crash, and perform crazy stunts in a huge open world. Taking this concept further, players can work together to create custom game modes and tracks, with the ability to edit tracks and add obstacles from ramps to giant rubber ducks on the fly, while other players race. It's like Burnout and Trackmania had a baby, and with the original Burnout creators at the helm, let's hope Recreation can keep the Burnout fire burning. Every now and then a game comes along that completely changes the landscape. Burnout Paradise took the arcade racing genre and revolutionized it. Yes, Need for Speed Most Wanted had already shown open worlds were possible in racing games, another game to be prematurely remastered by the way in our opinion, but Burnout Paradise dialed everything up to 11 everywhere where it mattered. It's no coincidence that even 15 years later, fans are still after a sequel, or at least some kind of follow-on. Incidentally, in those 15 years, 13 Need for Speed games have been released, showing EA have definitely prioritised the street racer over the carnage of Burnout. But perhaps there is a small glimmer of hope that one day we may get the chance to play a new Burnout game. Failing that, perhaps the torch will pass over to Recreation instead. Do you have any special memories of Burnout Paradise? Would you like to see the series come back someday? And just how many times did you bring the streets of Paradise City to a smashing halt? Let us know in the comments below, and why not join in on the conversation while you're there. For now though, thanks for watching. I've been Mark from RacingGames, please like and subscribe for all things racing games, and now I'm off for another spin around Paradise.